Today is the day you start becoming the self-compassionate, empowered, and motivated version of yourself that you always wanted to be. Are you ready to explore your untapped potential? Welcome to Untapped. I'm your host, Starla, and I'm about to help you reach your ultimate goals every time we chat and we tap. So let's go. It's time for you to take control of your life, and it starts today. Hi, it's so great to be back. You may have noticed that I didn't record an episode last week, and I'm going to tell you why. And I think, as I believe with everything, everything happens for a reason. And so the podcast episode today is going to center around that, and it's also going to tie in beautifully with why my New Year's resolutions are working and why maybe yours haven't been, and why you might be feeling a little bit stuck halfway through January. And I'm going to tell you how to get back on board with your new amazing habits and make them stick, not just for a month or two, but for the whole year, for the rest of your life. So I've been giving myself extra healthy habits. That's the first thing. I did not set New Year's resolutions. I suppose maybe more New Year's intentions, but at the end of the day, it really does come down to just extra healthy habits. So I have been doing yoga every day. I came upon this incredible 31-day free yoga with Boho Beautiful. And I thought, it's 31 days, it's free. That's a brilliant amount of time to set in a new habit. And I've never done yoga every single day. I would be really excited to see what that does for my body. And honestly, the benefits are just insane. My posture is already correcting itself. Where I was slumped over quite a lot through the years because I'm 5'9", and I was also bedridden many years ago with ME and fibromyalgia and things like that. So I would always be more hunched over, kind of the computer on my lap, and not moving around much. So those two things, they didn't really work very well together. So I got this kind of more hunched appearance going on. And one of the things I've really wanted to do was to correct my posture. That for me would give me so many benefits. I still occasionally get migraines, and so that would likely help to correct those, because if you have bad posture and you've got a lot of pressure in those areas, it's not going to stop you from having migraines, so it's worth me exploring the possibility that I could never have a migraine ever again in my life, which would be wonderful. Also, I love to be high vibrational, and I love to feel that I am connected to the sun and the ground and everything, all of life. And so when you do yoga, a lot of poses, it says like, imagine this invisible cord coming down from the sky or from the sun, going down into the center of your head. And when you do that, you naturally kind of pull your shoulders back and straighten yourself, although sometimes you get a little bit told off for doing that physically. You're just supposed to visualize it. So that, that kind of like lengthening and strengthening was something I just wanted to see in the mirror every single day. So anyway, that was great. Yoga has also, because this specific program has yin yoga, vinyasa, hatha yoga, every yoga you could ever want is in this program. So you are strengthening and you are, stretching yourself out. You are creating more space in your heart center and everything. Like, there's so much going on in this amazing class. So like, go join, because it's incredible, and I've already decided that I'm gonna stick with them. It's been so beneficial, and also I have had so many lovely releases. So a couple of times I just found myself crying after I finished, I think it was yin yoga. I think it's been both times in yin yoga. And yeah, I have just released and cried. And it's not been angry, upset, sad tears, or even happy, positive, elated tears. It's just been that release. Um, and it just blew me away how incredible I felt after that. So many benefits there, right? But I missed 2 days of yoga. So, one day I became super busy, and the other, I had an hour yoga class anyway, which I go to every week. And so I kind of had already decided I'd already done yoga, but I wanted to keep to that commitment that I was going to keep with this 31 days. So I decided that it was meant to be, that was always the plan, that I was going to miss these 2 days of yoga, that I was going to do my yoga class, and I was going to catch up. And so I was going to, on one day or 2 days, do more yoga than I would usually. And I just had fun with it. I had fun with the idea, I mean, I'm in this program at the moment saying, hey, bring it on. Let's see what this body can do. Let's push this body in ways that I haven't pushed it before. And I love to be in competition with myself and only myself. So sorry, that was just my phone. I meant to put this on work mode and I obviously forgot. So yeah, I was just like, fine. It was always the plan anyway. It's absolutely fine. The other thing I've been doing is 2 types of gratitude work. Yes, 2. I went back to my extremely worn out copy of The Magic, and picked up Pam Grout's Thank and Grow Rich. And not Think and Grow Rich, Thank and Grow Rich. And then every day I write 10 gratitudes, as I generally do anyway, and do the exercises that are in the books. And then right at the end of the day, like before I'm about to fall asleep, I search for the best thing that happened that day. So I will start from the morning, I'll go through every wonderful moment. And by doing that, I'm sending out that beautiful vibration of gratitude that I've just lived an amazing day. And it definitely makes a difference when you wake up in the morning. You're already primed then to have an even more super day because you're already feeling gratitude for the day before, and you keep doing that, the repetition, then you're just in this constant state of gratitude. So it is magic, I've also been stepping back into my feminine flow energy, which means that I decided it was really important for me in this year to be more open to receiving and only using my, impactful, I'm going for this, I'm doing this energy really in my business. And what, a lot of people would call masculine energy, that's where I like to use that. But my feminine energy, I don't really care if one person says, oh, that's not feminine. This is what feminine is. You should be wearing, flowery clothes, and you should have your hair a certain way as well. And it's like, no, for me, it's just about really being in receiving mode and being creative and smiling and noticing that I have this magnetic energy. When I do that, I do become next level magnetic, and it's just something I've noticed every single time I step back into that energy. I can't help but magnetize really exciting things to me, adventures and really great people, so that was something that I definitely wanted to set an intention to be more in going into the next year, because the year before I had found myself slipping back into a little bit stress here and there, worrying about things that were pretty much out of my control in that moment, and really catastrophizing into, honestly, the worst possible case scenarios. And that is just not my happy place. When I slip back into that energy, I'm so good now with using a tool that is going to bring me back and balance me again. Usually it's EFT, and now it's definitely yoga. My goodness me. I mean, it really transforms the way you're feeling. Just doing 15 minutes, it really can like completely give you a complete mindset switch. And dancing, that's another feminine energy flow thing that I love to do, is just dance in my kitchen. Like earlier on, I was chopping up bananas to freeze them because I love putting them in my morning protein shake. And I also like making ice cream with them and all sorts of fun snacks that are healthy and yummy. And I was listening to Al Green, chopping up bananas, dancing around. I just done my yoga and everything. So I was just so full of vibrant energy. And that's the way that I carried it on, was just going and dancing in my kitchen. And it made me feel so good. My Enneagram and my human design, they all line me up with feminine energy flow. I don't need those to know how much better life is. I just know that because I've seen those as well, I generally have got an understanding of where I am best at, when I am performing the best, when I am the happiest I am, like every single day, is when I am in more of a receiving mode. So not a chasing mode or anything like that. Following my intuition, is so important. And knowing the difference between intuition and the fear response that we all get sometimes when something seems to be a little bit too good, it's too much of a good thing, and our minds are just like, wow, hang on a second, that's a freaking red flag right there. And you have to be like, you're not my intuition, so step back, please. I actually liken my my negativity bias and confirmation bias and all of that jazz into everyone knows one person, right, who is just so negative and worrying about life all the time. They're always going to that worst case scenario. And I've kind of given that part of my brain a name now, so I can just be like, come on, so and so, like, step back. I wouldn't want to spend time with you right now. I'm too high vibe. I'm not interested in what you have to say. I am open-minded and I'll take it on board, but I think I'm good, thanks. That can be really fun to do, so you might want to give that a go and see if you can gain more control when those fearful thoughts come in for you. So yeah, one of the biggest things though, like taking yoga out of the equation and all of that stuff, there's just a reason that my habits are sticking so well. Like I said earlier, when I noticed that I hadn't done yoga on the days that I wanted to, my friend, she suddenly was like, hey, I need to go in and have my baby now. Can you look after my daughter who's 5? And I said, yeah, of course. So for a few days, my whole structure was very different, and I was hanging out with a 5-year-old and my 12-year-old, and it was a lot of fun. It was great change to just a few days, but it did throw me off what I would usually be doing. So I allowed myself to slip up, to fall off the wagon. And when I have done that, I've just said, well, this was the plan in the first place. So it shifts it into the present tense and working from that specific moment. And you're not looking back on the past day going, oh no, I'm so behind. How am I going to catch up? I've got 20 things to do today, blah, blah, blah. You just give yourself some love, some mega load of self-compassion, and then you just say, no, this was the plan anyway. Sorry, yesterday. You don't even, count right now in this moment. That's what counts. And I'm saying, I'm changing the script here. This is what I plan to do anyway. Oh my goodness. It just takes all the tension away. And you can apply that to anything in your life. Say you've been putting off, I don't know, starting a career or something, and you've been telling yourself that you're procrastinating and you're holding yourself back and you're never going to really go for it. And then you listen to this podcast today and you go, hang on a second, that's been the plan all along. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to start it this week. And that's what I plan to do, so I'm just going to get on with it now. It could really change things for you. I suggest you give it a go because it's made life so much more relaxed for me. You're just like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna fret about it because there's no point. So yeah, that's basically what I have been doing. And that is why it's been working for me. If I miss a day here or there, I'm not a failure because it was part of the plan. It's just part of the plan. Chill out, calm down. It's all good. When you beat yourself up about things, like things you've said, choices you've made, choices you didn't make, things you wished you had have done, it doesn't help you. If anything, it really hinders you and keeps you trapped in this prison that you start to build for yourself where you can't ever do anything right. Or maybe a specific area of your life is it just never goes the way you want it to go, right? So relax. The door to that prison, it's not locked. It's not. You thought it was locked this whole time, but the whole time it may have been shut, but you have been able to push your hand up against that door, those bars, and push it open and walk out. So today I implore you, walk out of that prison. Stop giving yourself a hard time about New Year's resolutions or that you're not further along that you wish you would have been by this age, or something you really want is never going to work out for you because it hasn't worked out for you yet. Because today is day one when you take that notion and you give it a name and it's somebody you wouldn't really want to spend time with on a daily basis because they're so negative and they just drain you, and you just don't want to spend time with yourself thinking that way either, right? So you just say, thank you so much for being there with me this whole time whilst you've been telling me I'm procrastinating and I'm a bad person and I'm never going to amount to anything. But I've decided to take control today, and that's exactly what I'm going to do because this was the plan all along. Et voila, life is sorted. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I have some announcements to make. So the membership is now open. So if you're interested in tapping every week with me, go join. All the details are on the website, she'saguidingstar.com. My TikTok is getting loaded with videos. I think I talked about that a few weeks ago, how I had this marketing idea about how to market a business but have fun, step out of my comfort zone, and that is exactly what I have done. And I really did not turn off this computer or any of the sounds. I do apologize for that. So yeah, go join the TikTok. Again, it's She's a Guiding Star, which is pretty much my handle on all my social media. There's some great tapping videos on there that are already helping a lot of people. And I'm also giving a lot of information about EFT as well when people ask me questions. So go over there, ask me a question, and I'll do a video in response. And And then you'll get to connect with me in other ways as well. What else? I've still got these meditations for sale on my website. They are 11.11. So they are a very small investment with some massive shifts in your life. You know, it's a small investment that's going to create an amazing ripple effect in your life when you go down into that amazing hypnotic level of meditation. It's a really beautiful experience, and yeah, I suggest you go check it out. If you join the membership, you get those for free anyway, so it's depending on what works for you. And that's about it, really. I'm going to be focusing a lot on the TikTok now, so definitely go and follow me there and get involved in the conversation. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a thing. Your feedback is really important to me, so please leave a review and let me know what you think. Want to take your mindset mastery to the next level? Connect with me on Instagram and TikTok for tapping videos, exclusive content, and more. As an EFT Empress and Mindset Mastery Coach, I have even more to offer you through my membership program. Visit my website and join the community today. You can find me under the handle She's a Guiding Star on all my social media platforms. Don't miss out on the chance to make positive changes in your life and make them stick. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.